Hello, beautiful beings. I'm Mama Belle from Mama Belle's Tarot. Welcome to my channel. Tonight, I'll be doing a mind, body, soul reading for Aquarius. The messages in this reading are for any part of your chart in this sign with special emphasis on sun, moon, and rising. Before we get started, I wanted to take a moment to say that this is a general reading and not meant as advice of any professional sort, including but not limited to medical or legal advice. Most importantly, I would like to say thank you for clicking here. If any of this reading resonates, please feel free to like, share, subscribe, and comment. Now on to the reading. Hi, Aquarius. We are going to be starting with the Tarot of Curious Creatures by Chris Ann. We will not only be getting a card for the mind, body, and soul, but we will also get a card for the overall theme of the message. And we'll also take a look at the bottom of the deck because for me, that is advice going forward. I hope you've been well. Okay, let's get started. What does Aquarius need to know for the mind? What does Aquarius need to know for the mind? What message is there for Aquarius for their mind? You have the Page of Pentacles. And for Aquarius for the body. What message is there for Aquarius for the body? What messages are there for Aquarius for the body? What does Aquarius need to know for their body? What is the message that Aquarius needs to hear regarding their body? What message does Aquarius need for their body? Okay. You have the Page of Swords and the Hanged Man. So far, a lot of pages. And what does Aquarius need for the soul? You got 3 cards. You have the 6 of Pentacles, the Knight of Pentacles, and the 5 of Pentacles. A lot going on there. A lot. And what's the overall theme of this message? The King of Pentacles and the Knight of Swords. Your reading has got a lot going on. Okay. What's the advice going forward? 8 of Cups. Okay. It's a pretty big reading. Okay, so for the mind, you have the Page of Pentacles. To me, this says that you're willing to start something as a student. This is kind of like the Ace of Pentacles where it's a beginning, but this is a beginning in regards to learning about it. You're planting a seed and recognizing that you don't know everything, that you still have so much room to grow, which is why you're able to put yourself in this student position in regards to your mind. This could mean that you recognize that while you can meditate all day, it doesn't really matter until you put it into practice. And this doesn't have to be about meditation, but that's what's coming up for me because that's what I do. I meditate daily, nearly every single day. So to me, this is a lot about learning and being willing to learn. For the body, you have the Page of Swords and the Hanged Man, which again, this is someone who's learning. But to me, this says that because you have the Hanged Man here, you're willing to take a pause, so you can gain more knowledge, so you can come back to what it is that you're trying to do when it comes to your physical being, your physical body. That way, you're not just wasting time. You're gaining a new perspective and realizing that maybe you don't have all the knowledge and wisdom you could for what you're trying to do. There's more for you to learn, so that way you can keep going on your path. Because right now, the Hanged Man, sorry, we're actually going to go back to this. I thought we were done. The Hanged Man, he's in this pause state. He wants to be enlightened. If you take a look right here, he's kind of got sun rays coming out, which is a little bit like enlightenment. So you're using this time almost as a rest, reading up on the things that you need to, learning the things that you need to, so that way you can gain experience and perspective. Well, more perspective than experience, because you're going to use the perspective and knowledge you have to continue your experiences, but you're specifically going to be learning a lot while you're in this moment of pause. What I'm really thinking about is, if you've ever had an injury and you've had medical attention for it, and again, this is not medical advice. If you have issues, you need to see your doctor or a professional, not your tarot reader. And a lot of the times what happens is, when you have a procedure done, you have to rest after. But you gain a lot of knowledge because you're going to be given instructions on how to care for yourself properly when you have something that's healing. And the healing is your pause. So right now, maybe something's going on where you had a procedure and you have to learn how to take care of yourself, which means you aren't doing what you typically do. You're in a new perspective. You're gaining a new perspective and learning. This helps you better take care of yourself later, because sometimes what we're healing and the way we heal things, the steps we have to take to do that, can be used later, whether or not there's a procedure done. Like knowing when to rest so you don't overdo it. For the soul, you have the 6 of Pentacles, the Knight of Pentacles, and the 5 of Pentacles. It almost feels like you're in this period where you're feeling a bit stuck and caged in. Your soul wants to be doing more, wants to feel free, wants to feel like it has all the resources that it needs, but you don't quite feel that way. And to me, it feels like you have to get yourself out of this stuck position, unstick yourself, unstick the stuck. And the way to do that, the way to get moving, is to give yourself what you need. You have to essentially treat yourself like a mother hen taking care of its chicks. You have to find ways to fill yourself so that way you can get moving, like the knight does on the horse. The thing about the Knight of Pentacles is that he's not like the other knights where he's quick. He's really slow. He is the slowest moving knight in the entire deck. Pentacles take years. He has a pentacle in his hand that he's ready to plant, but he has to make sure that he's doing it in a way that will nurture the seed so it will grow. This is all about learning to nurture the seed so you can get out of this stuck position. The nice thing too is that Everything you need is right there in sight. You just have to get up and go. You have to crawl your panda self out of that window. Give yourself what you need so you can get moving. So for the overall theme of this message, you have the King of Pentacles and the Knight of Swords. The King of Pentacles is all about feeling grounded and stable in your kingdom, recognizing that everything you've worked for has grown and grown a lot. You've learned a lot of lessons. And this doesn't mean that you're done learning lessons. This means that you can comfortably see the results of everything you've learned to this point. You also have the Knight of Swords. This is a very quick knight. This is probably the fastest knight. So it's kind of funny that you have the slowest one and the fastest one. So it feels like things are speeding up. But you have to be ready for quick movement. You have to be ready to get going when it's time. And recognize that you have to balance between the King of Pentacles and the Knight of Swords. You have to find balance between stability and quick movement that's gone in a second. This is all about the difference between earth and air. And you have to find a way to balance that. The advice going forward is the 8 of Cups. And this is about letting go of the things that hold you back, about what's not fulfilling for you anymore. The advice that I'm feeling is to release yourself of any burdens, what you think is weighing on you. If there's something emotionally draining and you can recognize that that's not for you, it's okay to lovingly walk away. It's okay to want better and more for yourself. You don't have to stay stuck with just 8 cups when there's 10 to be had. Sometimes it's really hard to walk away when we've had something for a long time. Cups can represent months, but you can get deeply connected in a short amount of time. Emotions can run, cups represent emotions, and it also represents depth. So this feels really deep because 8 is a pretty large amount. Like you're almost complete, but you recognize it's not enough. It's okay to release it. It's okay to free yourself from that if it's not enough for you. Now we're going to be getting a card from the Sacred Creators Oracle deck, which is also by Chris Ann. And I will be reading directly out of the guidebook for this. There's going to be an essential meaning, which is as if you get it in the upright, and a self-care message, which is as if you get it in the reverse. And the message that is meant for you will resonate because I will be reading both upright and reverse, essentially. A lot of the times they tend to tie in with the message you've already received from the tarot deck. And so that's always really cool. And I always hope that happens, but you just never know. It's whatever the oracle wants to tell you. So what does Aquarius need to know from the Sacred Creators Oracle? What message is there from the Sacred Creators Oracle? What message from the Sacred Creators Oracle? Nope. Okay. All right. You have That's really funny. These are both kind of fiery cards to me. So you have move beyond intention to belief and creator fire. This is card number 5. And the elemental cards don't have numbers. They're just towards the back. So card number 5. Move beyond intention to belief. Essential meanings. The importance of traditions and beliefs. Working within a group. Bringing your light to a conventional workplace. Finding joy in a structured environment. Shining your truth into the world. Helping others. Finding the key to your spiritual north. Learning to be your own guru. Self-care message. Getting stuck in the status quo. A time to challenge institutional beliefs. Letting go of old ways of thinking that you have outgrown. Learning to navigate as a new age thinker in an old age circumstance. The need to cultivate more faith. You are a spiritual being and you have light working charisma in spades. You have the glow of a leader and the ability to bring people together under a common umbrella for a unified goal. Use your powerful voice and your message to inspire people and show them the way by walking the talk. Seek to serve and move from intention to a place of unquestionable belief. You are being asked to untether your faith so that it can multiply and flourish. Remember that there is no need to follow anyone else without first checking in with your own wise heart. Are you holding on to old ways of thinking without questioning them? What beliefs are you growing into? Allow Spirit to show you how to believe, how to really believe, because that is how your intentional, miraculous, and spectacular life thrives. Choose your beliefs. Write them down. Know that they will guide you through any hardship you face. Say them out loud and hear the conviction in your own voice. State your future for the universe to hear, and when you do, you will unlock a beautiful symphony of success. Is an old belief keeping you locked in the status quo? It may not always click. It may not always be easy. How can you make sure it always feels uplifting and inspiring? How can you navigate an old paradigm with new ways of thinking? And how can you navigate a new paradigm and the unknown with old traditions in tow? And what needs to happen so that the past and the future can be merged gracefully? How can you stretch your views in order to honor others' beliefs? How can you find a satisfying middle ground? How solid is your faith? And then we have Creator Fire. Creator Fire. Fire is connected to passionate and enthusiastic energies. It is present in the zest of impulsivity and spontaneity, and in the spark of new ideas. Its realm is one of quick movement and intense creativity. Fire also relates to destruction and rebirth, and to vital purification. What can fire teach you about the present? And what can your passions and desires teach you about what's yet to come? Is there something that needs to be burned down in order to rise again? And what does the intensity of your creative flame whisper to you right now? Is your creative force being stoked and tended? Element of fire deep dive. Light a candle to begin and dive into feeling your passion. Find your passion. What's your level of passion for your situation? What's your fiery inspiration? If you could live in a state of inspiration, what would you be doing and what would that look like? Transform. Fire is a creative phoenix. It transforms things into their basic elements and gives them new life as mineral parts of another being. It begins anew. Meditate on the phoenix. When you are reborn like the phoenix, what does your life look like? Dance. Move to your favorite music, to tribal or ancestral drumming, or even to the rhythm of nature and the elements around you. Stare deeply into a campfire or into the flame of a candle and watch it move. Allow your body to follow the flame as you move and sync with the element. Manifest your dream into your body. Maybe, just maybe, begin to lead the dance and watch as the flame begins to follow you. I was, wow, okay. I was not expecting such a beautiful reading. It really, to me, feels like you are being called to recognize that while you may feel stuck now, you have everything you need to let go, to unstick yourself. Just keep learning and balance your airiness with your stability. I hope that this message resonated with you. If it did, please feel free to like, share, subscribe, and comment, as well as share it with someone you think it will also resonate with. Again, thank you so much for being here. I hope that this month brings you health, wealth, happiness, clarity, passion, and alignment. With so much love, I'm Mama Belle. I look forward to doing your next reading.